Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. In this video I will be setting up the spreads that I use for work. I will also tell you a little bit more of what I am doing, so this will be a longer voiceover than usual, and I think that's a bit scary. I'm not totally comfortable with making voiceovers yet. I will start with the line work. If you want to know what pens I'm using, I will be listing them all in the description box down below. As you can see, I have sketched the pages I will set up in advance. I am going to go back and forth between the pages and not make an entire spread before continuing to the next, so there will be some flipping between the pages in this video. I like to make my straight lines without ruler, and I'm okay with them even if they are not perfect, but to make them as straight as possible, I turn the notebook and make my lines in the same direction when it's possible. I keep my work section of my Bujotrollet separated from my other weeklies. This makes it easier for me to stop thinking of work when I'm not working. This is very helpful to me. I work 4 days a week, so I only need 4 boxes to write in each week. And this semester starts on January 9th, so I will only include 3 work weeks in my January setup. I don't need so much space for my work weeklies, so it's a good place to make a Dutch door in this part of my Bujotrollet. This month I wanted to try something different with my tabs, so I'm trying to make them look like waves that are rolling in. For my wave theme I'm using blue colors mostly. Let's move on to the next spread, and I will start with the line work here as well. I have made sections in the wave, and this will make it easier for me when I try to make the coloring even. I like using water-based markers, but sometimes I'm a bit bothered by the marks they leave, so I try different tricks so the marks won't bother me. I want this wave tab to be a bit darker than the other one, and I didn't find any blue color that I thought would fit, so I'm applying a second layer of the one I used on the previous page. Now it's time to apply some grey and give the circles and boxes some drop shadows. I do this often because I like the way it makes the boxes and circles pop out. For the numbers of the day I'm using stamps, and I only stamp the first letter in the name of the weekdays to save space for writing. Now it's time to cut the Dutch door. For that I usually use a scissor, but the wave tabs has a form that's a bit tricky to cut with a scissor, so I will use a knife instead, and it's very sharp, so please be careful when you use them. The top of this knife can move around, which makes it easier to cut curved parts with, so it will be perfect for cutting this wave. It's the first time I use one of these knives, and I think it works well. So my tabs are done, and I like the way they look from the front. Perhaps I should have painted the back side too. Well, for now they will look like this, and I am pleased with them. Now it's time to move on to the final spread, and that's where I keep a calendar of next month, so I know what will happen then. The rest of the space on this spread will be for my brain dump. I start with the line work here also. In this spread I try to save space, so I have a lot of space for my brain dump, so there will not be so much decoration here. For my calendar I will use my stamps, and with some editing the process will go quick. I like the circles with letters over the calendar, so I will use that idea again for writing brain dump. When I look at this spread again, I think it lacks a frame, so I will make it around my goal section. It's time to fill in the mini calendar. Oops, I made a mistake, but I can fix that one later. Some drop shadow. Each week I try to have an area to focus on. I tried this before Christmas and it worked out well, so I will continue with that. I evaluate how my work spreads function for me, and if I miss something I change that for the next month, and the parts that don't work I don't need to make again. I think this last spread also need a frame. I'm sorry for the wobbling, but my son moved the camera. Let's make a quick flip through. Thanks for watching and please consider subscribing.